Friday, guys. I'm Christy with Christy's Craft Room.
And I'm not.
That's my daughter, Elena, filling in for Tim today. Tim is away today. Elena's going to be hanging out in the comments with y'all, so make sure you say hey to her. But we're sending out the text message right now. We're going to craft a super, super cute patriotic craft with things you probably already have in your craft stash at home. So come on, watch, and then go dig through your crafting stuff and see what you have to recreate this. You might not have the exact things I have, but you might have some similar things, okay, that you can make work, okay? We like to make things work around here. But if you want a text message with the link to get right to where we are live crafting, all you have to do is text hello. I know my sign's messed up. One of these days, this hot mess will get it fixed, okay? One of these days. But it's supposed to be Christy's Craft Room. I lost my R. I'm always losing something, y'all. It's no surprise. But you can just text, is it backwards for you guys or is it the right way for you guys? I never know. I never know where I am and what's flipped. Is it? Well, I'll tell you the number. Just text hello to 877-273-6227. I thought YouTube automatically flipped it for ya.
Nope.
I guess I'm wrong. I guess they don't. But imagine everything is flipped the other way, okay? So just text hello to 877-273-6227 and we will send you the link to get right to where we are live, okay? We are just live on YouTube today because Tim's not here and he's the master technician around here when it comes to live streaming in multiple places. And I'm not touching his system. I should probably learn it one of these days, but I'm not touching it, y'all. So we are live just on YouTube because YouTube will be kind and they will keep our video up forever, unlike Facebook. So that's why we're live on YouTube, so I don't have to worry about downloading and uploading and doing all the things. It's just here for y'all. Hello, Miss Sharon. Hello, Miss Colleen. How are you? Say hey once you guys get here. I know the text is just going out. Did you figure out the text, Elena?
I did. I sent
High
it
five.
out, I think.
Yay.
That's what it's supposed to look like after I sent it, right?
That is what it's supposed to look like. Let me know if you guys got the text. This is Elena's first time sending out a text message for y'all. So hopefully it worked for you, okay?
Sorry if it didn't.
Let us know. Let us know.
I don't understand how Dad always jumps in between each of your sentences saying hi to people and talking. Oh my God, you talk a lot. Sorry.
I have an extra lot of words to use right now because I haven't been live with you guys in what's been a week.
Kelly got the text.
Yay! You did it, Elena.
Hello,
Good.
Cheryl Schaefer.
Yeah.
Hi, Angie Rodriguez. I am so sorry if I say any names wrong.
Okay.
I don't have the experience.
She gets her reading skills from me and her enunciation skills from me. She gets her humor from her father. Her sarcasm comes from her father.
Pamela.
Hello,
Pamela.
It's Pamela.
We missed you too, Miss Sharon Dunlap.
I know. It feels like forever since I've crafted y'all, and I got a cute one for you today, okay? So make sure you hit that share button. Let all your friends see that this is something cute happening here. So what we're using, we've got a bunch of little spools from Hobby Lobby. I think you can get them at other places too, but mine came from Hobby Lobby, from the wood pile section. Of course, get them when they're on sale, okay? I'm going to use those.
Hello.
They have big ones too, and you can get a bunch of big ones and make a big version of this if you wanted to. It'd be a little more expensive because you don't get as many spools in a package with the big ones.
Hello, Dead Turtonwald. Hello, Wendy. I'm not even going to try that last name. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Darlene.
Wendy,
hello,
you
Candace.
Know who you are. You know who you are, Miss Wendy.
Defois?
What?
Defois?
The names are hard. The names are hard. You got it. You got it. You know who you are.
How was the road trip other than a gas situation?
Y'all, I'll tell you about that gas situation. We had a gassy situation on the road trip, okay? And it's not the gassy situation you might imagine, okay?
Hello, Sue Brown.
I'd rather have the other kind of gassy situation.
No, we are not on Facebook today, Miss Becky.
No Facebook today. I already have some strips left from another project, that I had, so I'm going to go ahead and use those. That's why I disappeared there for a second, okay? I'm using some fabric. All my fabrics came from Hobby Lobby. I've got reds and whites, of course, for the stripes of our flag. And I have blue with some little white stars for the star part of our flag.
How do you share on YouTube? I forget. You told me.
So it's a little bit different depending on your device, but if you're on a phone or a tablet, either when you click on the screen and you see all the words, mine has like a little share button right at the bottom. It's like a little arrow, a little wispy arrow that you can click on. Or
right in between the like button.
Well, that's on a computer,
yeah.
But on a phone, you just get the little arrow. If you don't see it, you might see a little gear wheel, like a little round, looks like a gear. You click on that, and a little window will pop open, and it'll allow you to share from there. Everyone's device is a little bit different, so you gotta click around a little bit. You gotta kind of play with YouTube, get to know YouTube a little bit, and play a little bit with it, okay? Can you also take this link and can you go to the Facebook page and just do a post and be like, hey, we're live over on YouTube. Come join us in case people are on the texting list, okay?
My class was amazing.
So y'all, we're gonna talk all things road trip, okay? I'm cutting my strips of fabric real quick. And I don't know how to make a post on here. You don't know how to make a post on there. You got to just click post. It's just you can't tell me you don't know how to make a post. No. Wait. Click here. Or click where it says Christy's Craft Room. She's learning. She's in training, y'all.
I've never made a post on a computer.
Okay. Are you serious?
No.
You've never made a social media post on a computer?
No.
So there I have a click photo.
That's why I clicked last time and you went, no.
Yeah, but you were like on like a random news feed, not on mine.
No, I was on.
Just type there. Just say, hey, we're live crafting. Come join us.
I'm going to type it in my own way though.
Hey, come join us. Miss Kelly says, similar thing happened to us, but in Alaska. Ooh, that's scary. Definitely best to map out gas stations. Well, the problem was, Kelly, was maps changed our route. We agreed to it, though. We did agree to it. So what happened with the gas situation? Let me tell you all the gas situation, okay? I've got my strips of fabric, and I've got my spindles, okay? First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you the gas situation. I'm going to tell you, I promise y'all, because it's going to take me a minute to do this next part, so let me give you the instructions, and then I'll talk while I craft, okay? So I don't get that, shut up and craft. Stop talking and craft. Just craft already. You know, we got the negative Nellies out there that like to say things like that. So we're going to avoid that today. We're going to avoid that today. We're going to keep the craft moving. So, I am using 4 across and 4 up and down, okay? So my top 4 are gonna be my blue with the white stars, okay? I'm gonna set those aside. Those will be my blue with the white stars. I will come back to those. Set those aside, and then I'm gonna do every other line. I'm gonna start with the red on top, red with little white polka dots, and then the next stripe is gonna be the red and white. I know there's red there, it's not solid white. It's just cuter than solid white. This is not like a perfect exact replica of the flag. It's an artistic interpretation of a flag, okay? It's for fun, for like cutesiness, okay? Your post is beautiful. Hey, she says, we are live crafting. Come join us over on YouTube.
Oops.
YouTube. Crap. So I'm gonna show you how to do one of these, and then we're gonna talk while we craft.
I went to put YouTube too.
Don't drop your craft, okay? It's hard, y'all. I got a boo-boo.
It even says starring
so
our
it makes
favorite
it hard.
Special guest Elena.
Starring our favorite special guest Elena. I love how that Elena created that. I love that. So I'm gonna cut it so that it overlaps just a little bit, and then we're just gonna hot glue it on, and we got a cute little polka dotted little strip, okay? I'm gonna do that for all for these top 2, and then my second stripe.
Hello, Jen.
And these ones will be the other. So we're doing
Bard.
6 of each of the red and white ones.
Hello, Sue Brown. Hello, Denise. Don't know the last name.
You know who you are, Denise. You know.
Hello, Suzanne Raymond.
So, we were traveling. For those of you that don't know, Elena and I went on a road trip last week. We just got home at 2 a.m. yesterday morning. So, like the night before last, okay? Just before 2 a.m. And we went to she had a college camp that she was going to, like a career camp, learning about the career that she wants to do. For her, it was kind of a deciding factor of, does she want to do this for a career? Is this what she really wants to do? So the whole camp for 4 days was focused on learning about speech and language pathology. She was at Misericordia, okay, in Pennsylvania. So while she was there, I took a little, I can't think of the word. Tell me if I'm wrong, y'all. Tell me if I'm wrong. Is it a sabbatical? That probably means something totally wrong. Is it a sabbatical when you go to like it's not a retreat, because it wasn't like I'm going to go relax.
No, isn't that when you take time off? Like, I'm taking a sabbatical.
What do writers do when they like go lock themselves in a cabin somewhere and they write for days? What is that called? Is that a sabbatical? I don't think it's a sabbatical. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like
a period of paid leave granted to a university teacher or other worker for study or travel, traditionally 1 year for every 7 years worked.
Okay, so I feel like it's not quite that, but y'all know what I mean. Okay, y'all know I don't know my words.
A leave of absence.
But I was absent from here, but I was still working. So I don't know, y'all. But
PTO, but you still worked.
No, there was no personal time off happening. It was all work. But anyways, I spent the 4 days at a hotel, 5 days, 4 days, whatever it was, at a hotel, locked myself in, ordered food in,
hibernate,
and I designed and planned my little heart out. Y'all, we have so much.
Why are you backwards on YouTube? It's because it's not inverted.
Because it didn't automatically flip, and I don't know if there's a way to flip it on here. I thought YouTube automatically flipped, but I guess I'm wrong. So yes, so we are backwards, but just pretend I have no words on my shirt. So I spent all the time doing all the design work, okay? So it was like a work trip for me, a school learning trip. What does she want to do for the rest of her life trip for Elena?
All I can say is the smoothie bowls we got the day that we got there were amazing.
What was the name of that place?
Playable.
So like playable, but a bowl.
Sharon Dunlap, did you wave to me when you passed through Ohio?
We sure did. I actually did think of you. I was like, oh, Miss Sharon. Miss Sharon's probably not too far from here. So I got a lot of design work done. You guys, I got so much Christmas stuff designed that I'm pretty sure we're going to do a Christmas in July. Okay, so be watching for it. Okay, it'll have to be after reunion time. But I'm pretty sure we're going to do a week of Christmas in July. Because I got so much planned that I don't even know how we'd release it all at Christmas time. So we're just gonna release it and do it at, do some in July, okay?
Can you explain again what happened with the gas
station? The gas station. I never did explain the first time. I got sidetracked and the squirrels took over my brain. So while we were traveling, Elena was being an awesome co-pilot at this moment. And I'm driving along. And
you sound sarcastic when you said that.
No, legit. Elena was an amazing co-pilot. She really, truly was. She actually drove part of it too. She did a very good job.
I did amazing.
So we came upon a section of road where there was a lot of construction. Okay, a lot of construction.
Oh my God!
Like down to one lane, down to 2 lanes, down to 1 lane, back to 2 lanes, down to 1 lane, stop and go traffic. And at one point it showed it added like an hour to our trip, the upcoming construction incident, they called it. Okay, I think there might have been an accident on top of the construction. And it said, and I was like, oh, now it just pushed our time back a whole hour. Oh, so I was like, well, it is what it is. But then Maps popped up, and Maps said, and I had a half tank of gas at this point, okay? I know a lot of y'all were in the comments like, I never let it go below a half tank of gas. And I don't either. It was just under a half tank of gas. And Maps said, save yourself an hour. I can reroute you and save you an hour. And I'm like, yay, save us an hour. Okay, take a little detour, you know. You can trust Maps, right? You can trust Maps.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we thought, don't trust maps. I mean,
It
trust
wasn't even
it.
that bad.
It wasn't that bad. We actually enjoyed the break from the freeway. It was
Maps-
a beautiful drive.
Maps
Beautiful.
probably thought that we filled up on gas, that we had enough gas.
Yeah, maps should take into account. There should be some way to connect. It was connected to my car. There should be some way to connect and it go, you're low on gas, so I'm not going to reroute you. Or I'm going to reroute you a different way that passes a gas station. Don't forget to stop. That's what it should do. But my maps don't do that.
I'm going to make
okay?
you get off at the next exit to go get gas.
So we're like, okay, we'll do it. So it takes us off the freeway. It was a little sketchy. There was a couple parts where it was like there's cliffs and there's trees and there's bumpy roads and there's winding and hairpin turns, and there was a couple little sketchy little like, ooh, what did we get ourselves into? But you know, Elaine and I are there for the adventure, okay? We're there for the excitement. We're like, this is kind of beautiful and this is kind of fun.
Okay, no. Elena was there for the adventure. Mom was like freaking out.
I wasn't freaking out too bad. Well, once I realized my
bad.
gas was getting lower and lower, so we went miles and miles and miles and miles and miles, probably about 50 miles off the freeway before it put us back onto the freeway, okay? We didn't pass a single gas station. There was no gas stations to be seen. It was literally mountain wilderness. I think I saw old Smokey up there with his campfire, okay?
Oh my God, when we're done, I gotta tell him who I saw on our way home.
Okay. Girl. So girl, just know she's a teenager and don't know better, okay? Just know that, okay? I preface that. She's a teenager, she don't know better.
It's not even bad.
It's not bad,
Cool.
it's just funny.
It was cool.
She was just mesmerized. But anyways,
I was looking
We'll
for
get to
this
that.
person the whole trip.
she was. She
The
found her
entire
person.
trip.
So so I'm gonna do my 6 with the plaid now, okay? For those that are just popping on, we're making an awesome little thread spool. I might need you to go grab me a pack of the small glue sticks.
What is this?
Yes, go grab me a pack of the small glue sticks, please, and let Kayla know that you took it so she can update the inventory, please.
You got it.
Thank you. So we go miles, dozens of miles, okay? Probably about 50 miles off freeway, back roads, up and down, mountainsides, all the things, right? It was beautiful but terrifying all at the same time, okay? We don't have mountains in Michigan. We have flat roads. We have little foothills here in Michigan, okay? So, I used Nightfall Blue and Barn Red, if you're talking about the bonus craft night. On these ones here, I used Tomt Red and Nightfall Blue on these ones. So we get back on the freeway and I'm like, okay, gas is getting a little on the low side. We got to keep an eye out for our gas station. Well, any of y'all who live in Pennsylvania or have traveled through Pennsylvania before, you know that you can go a long way on the freeway and there's not a single exit to be found in some of these stretches, okay? So we were going,
signs, next exit, 43 miles. Next exit, 60 miles.
yes, so there was lots of long stretches. So we get on the freeway and I'm like, Elena, we got to be watching. Do not let me miss, like, if you see an exit, like, with a gas station, but it had to have a gas station. And she was Googling on her maps on her phone, looking for one. And
I was looking for a Starbucks, actually.
she really wanted a Starbucks. I'm like, we're going to have to get gas and then we can get coffee later. We need to get gas.
And then we found a Starbucks with a gas station. Or a gas station with a Starbucks. Sorry, was that a spoiler to your story?
No.
Okay.
No, we didn't get, that wasn't that time.
What blue and red colors did you use?
I answered that one.
Okay.
I answered that while you were
Didn't
gone.
know that, my bad.
So literally, oh, that's right, that was then, because there was the grocery store. We finally came to this town. They desperately needed it, and it was a big town area, and they had a gas station, and they had a grocery store with a Starbucks. So it was like double joy was happening in that moment. We got our gas, and we definitely needed a Starbucks by that point.
On the freeway,
Okay.
did you stop at service plazas on the turnpike? Yeah, we stopped at one or two.
We did. We stopped at one on the way there, and then we stopped at one on the way back as well.
I also, on the way back, oh my God, I woke up from a nap and I had to go to the bathroom so bad. We were in like a not good part of town, but I was like dying. I needed to use the bathroom in the next like 5 minutes.
It was a not.
And
we were getting close to home.
We were an hour
and
a half
it was
from the
not
house.
where you would like. I know the area. Okay?
I had
There's
to go
certain places
so
you
bad.
just don't stop on a road trip.
So
and
I'm
this was one of those places.
I'm searching through maps, and I finally find a gas station that has a bathroom, and I'm like, please, like get off, and I'm trying to direct her through this. And we finally
get there.
I use the bathroom.
And there's random 2 o'clock in the morning, random people walking through the parking lot. And I'm like, yeah, they're probably all on the way home from the bar looking for a good time, you know.
Okay, but I had to use the bathroom so bad.
I love you. It's been a great trip. It's been a great life, honey. We're going to go out together. We're going to go together, girlfriend.
There was mold all over that bathroom.
It was,
y'all. It was so bad. You walked in there and you were breathing in like black mold.
It was.
I used the bathroom because I had to.
It was bulletproof glass everywhere you went. It was the attendant in the gas station behind the bulletproof glass. Like he was watching. There was another lady in there. He was like, because I stood by the bathroom while she went to the bathroom. I'm like, I'm gonna stand right here at the door with you. I'm not leaving you. And so I was just kind of watching, and he was like, he was doing his job. He was like, you ain't gonna take nothing from me. I'm gonna get you if you try to. You ain't gonna sneak up on me. But yeah, it was not the best area to stop. It was not. But she was like, I'm going to go in your car. I said, girl, you're gonna be going behind a tree or a dumpster or something because there's no bathrooms around here.
I found one though.
She found one.
It was a bad one, but I got to pee. So
she got to pee. Thankfully, we survived it. Thankfully, we survived that. We had to do that in Atlanta. So scary. I know. There's just some areas that if you ain't from the area and you don't know, you just don't go, right? And I'm sure we probably just looked like we were.
What is a shiwi?
Tourists that we are. What is a what?
A shiwi.
A shiwi.
I don't know.
Where?
Should have had a shiwi. I feel like that's.
Oh,
some, like,
I think that is that the little like funnel that goes into a cup into a right? It's like it's like a girl wee wee, a shiwi, a girly wee wee. Yes, yes, we do need one of those. Maybe next road trip.
Oh yeah, he said yeah.
Yeah, next road trip we get a shiwi. Okay.
No, I would rather go in a moldy bathroom again than stand up and hold a cup to my crotch to pee.
Listen, you do. Wait till you're pregnant, girl. Wait till you're pregnant and you got that baby sitting on your bladder. I will pop a squat on the side of the road.
Oh
no, you guys want to share a funny story? I don't know if I've ever shared this story.
Oh God.
I don't even know if I shared this with the VIP group. It's a funny story.
Have you shared it with me?
I was picking up my sister from the airport one time, and the airport police.
Just wait, Elena.
Just wait, girl. You will do things you never thought you would do in life, okay? I was at the airport picking up my sister. I was very pregnant. I was pregnant, I think it was with Jacob. And he was born July 20th. Family reunion is like the second Saturday in July. So I was he was actually due before reunion. So I was like,
who was it?
At least due, if not overdue with him already. Yeah. I gotta do my blue ones. Oh, I got 2 more. Uh-oh. Which ones? 1, 2, 3. I got 2 more of these ones to do. Sorry. So we're at the airport. I'm waiting. My sister's plane is landing. And they were like really, really strict at that time. I mean, they're always really strict, but you know how they were patrolling, okay? You know how they are like, you can't park, you cannot leave your car, you need to be like, keep it moving type thing at the airport, you know, especially when they're busy. And they were kind of like that. And I had to go potty so bad. And my sister's flight was just coming in, and I think she had one of her kids with her, so she was going to have to haul them around, and she was going to have to get her luggage and all the things before she could get to my car. So I knew it was going to be a little while before she got to my car. I should have just paid and parked and went in, but I was too cheap, and I wasn't going to pay like $10 just to go pee. So I had a big old empty cup.
Oh, Lord.
In my car. And I just hopped in that back seat, And I just hoped and prayed that the police didn't pull up while I was sitting in that back seat with my little booty on the edge of the seat, like doing what I had to do with my pregnant belly. Because it was coming out one way or the other. It was either catch it with the cup or just sit in a puddle, right?
Man, what are you doing in here?
That's what I was expecting, like them to drive by and not see someone in the driver's seat. But I had to get in the back seat because the tinted windows, you couldn't see as much. I wasn't going to do it in the front seat with the clear windows, you know, because then I'd really be in trouble. So yeah, you do what you got to do. Don't tell me I'm the only one here who's done this, okay? Somebody here, please tell me, all right? Sharon's like, OMG, Christy. I know. Hello, Miss Wendy.
If your window, you could have gotten in trouble for public indecency. Because you can still see through car windows.
I think women can get away with it more than men can. Dad always gets annoyed by that. For some reason, there's an allowance for women. They just must understand that we just can't hold it. And we got those pregnant bellies that we can't handle it. But Vitrino, if you click the little, if there's a little gear wheel, click on that. And if a window pops open, it should give you the option to hide the comments, okay? Depends on your device. Everyone's device is a little bit different, but there are ways to hide the comments so that you can see everything a little bit better. All right, I just got my 4 blue ones to do, and then we're done wrapping. This is the most time-consuming part of this craft, is just wrapping our little spindles. Not spindles. This would be cute with spindles too, though, but our little spools, okay? Yeah, so y'all, somebody else is, tell me you've all, someone's squatted behind a tree or a dumpster or the car, side of the road. We've all done it. We've all done it. You do what you have to do, okay? Georgia, she says, man, I'm missing so much while I'm helping patrons. Multitasking, girl. Multitasking.
Oh, my story.
Oh,
Ha!
Elena.
So,
now we live in Michigan. We do have a small community here, but not near us.
farmy.
We're not super farmy. We're more boating town, not so super farmy town, and you don't really see this community where we are from. So go ahead, Elena.
So on our way to Pennsylvania, sorry. When we had the detour, we went on the back roads and we got off because I was driving. So me and my mom switched.
Yeah, because
she a little down the road,
she did. Yeah, it was when we got the detour. I traded with her so she wouldn't have to drive those back hilly, mountainous roads.
Mm-hmm. And then so when we got out and we switched, my mom made a joke about there being like one of those like horse and buggy crossing signs. And so,
because I know there's a large Amish community in Pennsylvania, so I'm like, oh, I said this is where we're going to see, it's going to be horse and buggies down these roads. These aren't made for cars because they were narrow.
And
roads.
I told her, I am gonna find an Amish person.
She was just so excited to be in Amish country and be able to see a horse. She really wanted to see a horse and buggy.
I really wanted to see just an Amish person at least. Sorry. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was cool.
It's just something you don't see around here. So she was like, oh, that would be neat to see.
So the entire time we're driving, I am looking, I am searching. Nothing. On our way home, we went to go get gas. And we get to this little, like, very small, little sketchy gas station.
It wasn't really, it wasn't
sketchy. It was just very, like, I don't know.
It was just a tiny little gas station with like 2 pumps, narrow road. It had an Amish crossing sign, literally had an Amish crossing sign. And so that got her excited.
No, I didn't even see that until we were leaving.
It got her excited though.
So we get there, she's pumping gas. I'm like, I'm going to go in and use the bathroom. I open the door to the gas station. I take a step in. I look to my left, Amish person. This is the whole action. I go, and I turn around, and I go and I run to my mom. And, oops, sorry.
Because she's never seen.
I was like, Mom, there's an Amish person in there. Like,
just trying to live their life, just trying to get their soda and their snack at the gas station,
and
you know?
So then She makes me take a picture with her.
Hey, Miss
hold on.
Tammy.
She makes me take a picture with her instead of going in there to see the Amish person.
It was the picture I posted about, like, we're making our way home, but we're being mindful of our gas. That photo that I posted here for you guys. We're literally taking that picture.
Hold on.
And
they walked out as we took the picture.
her eyes, y'all. She, like, this was the picture, one of the pictures we took. And then here she's like, her eyes just like beamed, and she's like, turn the camera around, take a picture, Mom. I'm like, I am not taking a picture of this sweet little Amish lady just trying to get her snack and her soda. Let her get her snack and her soda in peace.
I could have got a picture. None of my friends believe me.
Girlfriend.
What if my friends didn't believe me?
Oh my goodness. Well, they're just gonna have to
They like Amish people too.
Well, we all do.
Yeah.
We do.
Well, we wanted to see it.
Oh
and then I didn't get a picture. I don't remember it now.
Teenagers, y'all.
And then I tried to get a picture while she was driving away.
Yes.
I guess
she lives a very sheltered life, okay? She lives a very... You can't photograph them, see? You're
Why?
not... Because they don't like their photos taken. It's like against their religion to have their photos taken.
Okay, but they didn't know I was taking their photo.
You still shouldn't do it. So.
I didn't know that.
Now you do. Now you can't say you didn't know. Y'all, how cute is this? I have this burlap canvas that I got at Dollar Tree a while back, and I'm putting that as the backer. You could glue all these just together. I just don't know how well they would hold together, so that's why I'm using the canvas, okay?
Okay, but like if they go, like if a photo steals their soul, but they go into a gas station that has security cameras, isn't that the same thing?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be the same thing?
I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know. So I'm not gonna, I don't know. But what I do know, I will respect. So we will just respect them. And we didn't take their picture. She wanted me to, and I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So she, like, it was an adventure. We had a ton of fun.
There's an Amish guy that sells produce at the mall by the Playable, like where we were.
Oh man,
literally where we were.
You missed it.
We went to Playable. We couldn't figure out. Mom wouldn't do a U-turn where Maps was telling her to do a U-turn, so we drove right past the mall.
We did. We
literally went into the parking lot.
We did. Okay.
Twice.
So I got these laid out. I'm gonna glue them on, and then we're gonna add a little embellishment. Okay, a little embellishment. So we're just gonna start by gluing these on, one at a time, just to keep them lined up the way we want them. Like so. Like so. What else happened? What else? What other?
I did goat yoga.
Oh, Elena did goat yoga. How was that?
It was
How was
very
that?
nice. It was real funny.
Were they like climbing all over you guys?
They had goat food, and they were doing goat body shots.
What kind of camp did you go to? Goat food?
Goat food, yeah.
And they were putting goat food on themselves?
On people's stomachs.
And then the goat would eat the food off their belly?
Yeah. And then they would have people like...
Again, what kind of camp did you go to? What kind of camp was this?
And then...
I decided I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the ends, too, just to kind of help hold them together, to give them a little extra... Ooh, I don't put that much glue.
And then they had...
out.
People like lay on their backs and put like their legs up straight, and they would set goats on people's feet. They had us all like go like on our hands and knees and have the goats get on our backs. It was really fun.
It sounds fun. Goat yoga.
Elena, how was your dorm room? Oh my god, it was so tiny. Goodness. It was so tiny. I got there and we walked in. Also, it was freezing. Our heat didn't work.
Now that I got my first row, hold on one second. Well, now that I got my first row going, I'm just gonna kind of move these ones down out of my way to work on my second row, so it's not just too crowded. But I kind of wanted to leave them there to get my spacing for that first row. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
And our heat wasn't working. Like we had it turned all the way on like the warmest setting the entire time, and it was freezing in our rooms.
It wasn't that their heat wasn't working. It was that their air conditioning was
so overpowering.
Working really, really well. It was freezing in that room.
Yeah.
When I dropped her off. Freezing.
And then me and my roommate, it was really fun. She was really nice. We got along really well. we became like best friends in 4 days. And then, so we moved. The way they had the room set up was like there was a bed in one corner and then a bed in the other corner. And like in between the beds, there was a dresser on each side and a desk on each side, like back to back. And then there was shelves on it, so like it was completely blocked off between our beds, which we didn't like that when we were trying to like have conversations. So we moved our entire room around so we could like see each other while we were sitting there.
Okay, so you guys, real quick, I discovered a better technique for gluing these on. So I'm putting the glue on the surface and on the edge of the one that's already on.
Dad
here
says, "Hey, baby."
Hey, baby. Hi. I put the glue on the surface and on the end of the one that's on there, and then putting the next one on. It works much better than trying to put the glue on the spool and then on
Dad, I stole your
the
job.
surface. Yes, Elena's.
Am I getting paid for this? This is extra work right here. I'm staying after hours.
We don't discuss pay grades and pay wages here on live, okay? But she's well taken care of, okay?
I am very
She's
well
well
taken
taken
care
care of. Just know that,
Dad's
okay?
on his way home.
Yeah, so they did a lot of fun things. Like, I told Elena.
I did potting succulents. We tie-dyed camp shirts.
Yes.
We had game nights every night, actually.
They had a lot of fun, but they also learned a lot, and they got to, like, work in clinical settings with actual speech and language pathology
I have a picture
patients.
of me working with kids.
You can't post pictures of the kids, though, can you?
None of their faces are in it, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
If their faces are in it. It's because we were on video, so they were watching in the classroom, and Sabrina got a picture of me.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't even see this picture yet.
You didn't see any of the pictures. Hold on, I can show you all the pictures.
She sent me a couple pictures of the girls hanging out. They were all hanging out in her room after hours.
This is us, a time lapse of us moving our room around.
It was like their dorm room was the room to hang in.
Oh yeah,
They were like the party dorm room. I'm like, oh Lord.
That's gonna
Lord.
be me in college.
Oh, I'm like, oh Lord, maybe she needs to stay home. Oh, it's like a time lapse?
Yeah, it's a time lapse of us rearranging our room.
That's fun. Of course, you put two teenage girls in a dorm room for 4 days and they're gonna rearrange it, right? Yeah. They've got to rearrange it and like
we played Jenga.
Surprise it and redecorate it and paint the walls and do all the things, you know.
I'm not gonna show pictures of the people because I don't know if they want them.
Yeah. All right, last spindle that's going on, and we'll have the base of our flag done. Okay, and then we'll decide what other like embellishments and fun we want to add to it. So let me show you where we are so far.
This is like
This is where we are so far. Super cute. Super cute. That's cute. That's cute. The
I'm trying to get a
goats.
picture of me feeding the goat.
All right, I'm gonna make a bow, and what I grabbed here for the bow, I think I'm just gonna use these. I've just got twine. These, I believe these ones came from.
This is me feeding a goat.
These might have came from the stuff that I got from Miss Patricia Allman, potentially. Because I know I got a bunch of this baker's twine. So
I've had a lot of goats.
I'm gonna cut a bunch of strips, probably like, I don't know, 14, 15 inches long-ish. I kind of want it to be a, how big of a bow do I want it? I don't want it to be a monstrous bow.
This is also me feeding a goat.
I always cut my ribbon or twine or yarn or whatever you're using for your bow a little bit longer than what I think you're gonna need, because then you can trim up your ends.
This isn't a community college, it's actually a private college. I found that out. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we'll see. She's got to look at other colleges though.
Yeah.
Because this one, I mean, while I think it's a great college and they have a great program, it's far.
Yeah, it is really far.
And we talked about that a little bit about on the way home about
I'm not making any decisions yet.
She's
though.
not.
It's
She's got time. It's not off the table. But I'd
saw
like
a
her to look at
robot.
other options because it is far. The idea of her making that drive to and from herself without having a road seat companion, a passenger. Oh, cute.
You can drive with me down there and then fly back home.
It's really expensive to fly there. We did look at airline tickets because I was like, oh, time purposes, let's look at airline tickets. It was like $1,200 a ticket, at least for the dates that I was looking at.
This was
I was like, I was like, no, we'll drive. We'll drive. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bow. So I did three of each color.
Fixes, so I can't show them, but
That's cute. Okay, I'm gonna tie it all together. We'll have a cute little bow. We're gonna make a little tag. I might come in with a little bit of antique wax. I'm not sure. Hello, Miss Chris McKinney. How are you? She did do goat yoga.
no,
yes.
I didn't do goat yoga. I just played with the goats.
It sounds like y'all just played with goats more than anything. It didn't sound like there was much yoga-ing happening. There was a lot of playing happening with the goats because a bunch of teenagers, especially teenage girls and goats, you know, they just, oh my gosh, that's going to be cute. So cute.
This is the plant I made my mom that she left in the car.
It was your job to remind me. We put it in the little like cup, perfect little cup holder in the door of the car on the way home.
Job to remember.
And I said, when we get home, remind me to bring that in because I'm gonna forget. She didn't remind me until about an hour ago. She's like, don't forget to bring in your succulent. It's probably passed away by now. I'm like, probably. All right, we're gonna make a little tag with some paper, okay? I got a little paper bag here. I think I'm actually gonna use this bottom part where the seam is because it's a little thicker. It's like doubled up.
Oh, this is us rearranging it again. This one's a lot shorter.
You rearranged your room twice?
Yeah, we took the shelves off the table.
Of course you did. Did you have to unscrew them?
No, they literally just slid off.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I actually brought my screwdriver and I like took the whole thing
Did you guys
apart.
put all the furniture back?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I thought it was back when I picked you up.
Yeah, we put it back.
Remember.
We had free time before.
Well, she's trying to find a program that specifically, or a school that specifically has the speech and language pathology program.
Only 5
She
years
can go
and
to
not 7.
She can go to pretty much any school and get that degree, but if they don't have a specific program, it's like 7 years. But the schools that have a specific program, it's like a 4-year program and then the 5th year of working in the field. At least that's what this one is. So she's hoping to find one that has an actual program for speech and language pathology. All right, so I'm just cutting a tag shape. Sorry, what'd you say?
This is McKenna. She got her wisdom teeth taken out. She had an infection. She's like,
Oh.
Yeah, I might. She's still there tomorrow. This year.
I'm gonna trim this. Okay.
Hello, Chrissy and Tim. I've missed you all. I need prayers. My OZSOME friends.
Awesome. Awesome. That must be Miss Dorothy Doherty. Hey, girl.
I have to have my left shoulder a complete shoulder replacement ASAP.
Man, girl.
That was Dorothy.
Ow.
Doherty.
Miss Dorothy Doherty. All right, I'm using these little stamps. I got these at Hobby Lobby. They're just like little baby stamps. They might be kind of big for my tag. I might need to make my tag. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Because I don't think these ones.
Miss Wendy, I'm sure those are all really good colleges, but I am trying to find something in Michigan first.
She would prefer to stay in Michigan, is her preference. There is one college in Michigan that we know offers the program, so she's going to go visit there too.
5 hours away.
But she has time. She's doing the 13th year program.
Yeah, so I got 2 years. I just want to figure it out sooner.
So she's going to be graduating her 13th year with an associate's degree from our community college, and then she'll go into this program. So she's got lots of time.
Outlet over here because I got to plug your computer in.
I'm going to use the big ones because I think the little ones are going to be too small.
Or well, how much
There's down underneath. There's an extension cord. Okay. My charger's in my bag. I'm going to use the bigger ones. If I need to make a bigger tag, I'll make a bigger tag. Y'all, this is live crafting. We figure it out as we go. I'm going to try to squeeze them in and make them fit on the tag I already have cut. But I always do a couple test stamps. I'm going to put my S right in the center. I think it'll be okay. Oh, it's going to be perfect. This is the challenge though, just lining up your stamps the best you can. It's always tough to line up your stamps. They're always a little wonky, but that's okay. I'm a little wonky, so, you know. Make sure they're stamping good. USA. It's gonna look backwards to y'all, but that's actually perfect. It's backwards, I know. Pretend. Look, hold your phone up to a mirror and you can see it the right way.
Hold your phone up to a mirror. Yeah, just go to your bathroom real quick.
Janet says, looking at you in your sweatshirt is making me hotter than I already am. It's just because we're inside in the air conditioning.
It is really cold in here.
It's a chilly in here. It's chilly. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is going to be so cute. All right.
Oh my God, is this not the right
I'm going to
cord?
poke a little hole because we're going to attach this. I want to put a little piece of twine, put my stamp pad away.
Why is there a different cord connected to your charger?
What? That's my phone charger. That's not my...
Why do you have such a big block on it?
That's the wrong block. That's the right... The block is the right block. You have the wrong...
This is what was connected to it.
The wrong thing's connected to it. Where was this?
In your backpack.
No, my other cord is in... Oh, there's a lot of cords around here. The other cord is...
No, there's a lot of cords in your
Is
backpack.
more the like woven cord. All right. I'm going to poke a little hole. If I had a small hole punch, which I used to have, and I don't know what happened to it, I would use that. But since I don't have a small hole punch, I'm going to use a little barbecue skewer. And I'm just going to put this on top of something kind of thick. I'll use my sponges here. And I will just...
I want Dad back, so I don't have to...
Hopefully be able to poke through here. Maybe I won't. Maybe that won't work. Oh, I forgot I used the thicker paper. Hold on, we're going to make it work. This is what we'll do. We're going to grab the scissors. Ow. Live crafting, we figure it out.
You pulled that out as I was standing up.
We figure it out as we go with live crafting. I'm going to kind of fold it in half and do just a little snip. A little snip. And then I'll take my barbecue skewer and I'll poke it through and twist it around and created a little hole for us to put our twine through. I will use a little piece of my thin twine.
Hello, Miss Janet.
A little piece of
Oh,
twine.
it's raining for Crystal.
Ooh. It's threatening to rain here today. I don't know if it's raining now. I don't think it is, but it's been looking like it's going to rain pretty much all day. It's been pretty cloudy. Oh, we went past, sort of. We kept seeing signs for Penn State on our way down there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how close we were, but I feel like we were pretty close. It
There
felt
was
like
a
we
lot.
were with all the signs, but I don't know exactly what it is. All right, so I just did a little twine, and then we're going to attach this here, and we'll attach our ribbon over it so it looks like it's hanging there. All right, put a little bit of glue in the corner.
Under thunderstorm watch for Macomb County.
Oh, well, it must be coming our way. That's
No.
good because
No,
we'll be,
I have plans. No,
Ooh,
it's
ooh.
not good.
we'll be done crafting. It's good because we'll be done crafting before it gets here, hopefully.
Let me look.
All right, I'm gonna glue my little bow on the corner here. I think I'm gonna grab a couple buttons to put in the center of my bow. Isn't it cute? Super, super easy tag and
Oh, it's not
super
too bad.
inexpensive because we literally just used you could use a grocery bag. Next time you go to the grocery store, get one of your bags. If you don't normally get paper bags, get a paper grocery bag and save at least a piece of it and you can use it for little tags like this. I do them like this all the time and love it. All right, let's see if I got the right colors. Otherwise, I'll have to pull out my big button stash.
What do you mean big button stash? You got like 50 big button stashes.
Well, I'll have to pull. I like that one. That one's not a bad one. And then I feel like we need like a little white one for the center.
Do you have a sparkly one? You should do a glittery one.
Or we could do a wooden one in the center.
Or a glittery. Look.
Oh, no, I'm not so...
Glittery
I
white.
don't think I want glitter.
Boo.
If it was your project and you want glitter, you could do
Boo.
glitter. But I think I'm going to pass on the glitter. Ooh, I know. I will grab, I got a whole jar of wooden buttons right here from Miss Beth from the live event. Look, it even has a little button on the top. Isn't that not the cutest? And I know there's some little ones in here. Thank you, Miss Beth. Miss Beth to the rescue. I'm gonna do the red one like that. We'll do it like that. So I kind of want that natural. We got the burlap, we've got the twine, we've got the raw wood. I think we want to stick along those lines. Yeah.
Dad said the wind is a whipping right now.
Is it? Ooh, it's a whipping. All right, well, hopefully we'll be done before the wind starts a whipping here, because we don't want to lose our internet.
Michigan is under severe storm, or not severe, is under storm watch between 4 and 10. Some could be severe and flash floods.
Here's me living in my bubble, not aware of the storms around me.
Of course, right when we get back from our trip is when the weather becomes crap again.
It was hot, though. It was like miserably hot here while we were gone.
I had to be in khakis and dress shirts in that weather.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
That's not pleasant. I was in the air conditioning.
Yeah, I know.
Inside working. I was kind of bummed though, because there was like beautiful outdoor space where I could have worked, but it was just too hot. Way too hot. All right, let me trim up my crazy.
You should have like went out and went somewhere every day to work.
But then I don't know that I've been as productive.
Well, just like a little coffee shop or something.
Well, the problem is the last day I had to check out.
You worked at Playable.
I had to go. I could have gone there for breakfast and worked for a while, but I didn't. I still got a lot of work done though.
I want to see if there's
the last day I had to check out of my hotel before it was time to go pick her up, so I went to Starbucks, and I got some coffee, and I was working. They had the air conditioning was blasting. Their air was working. It wasn't that the air wasn't working. It was chilly in there. And then they had two huge, literally like this tall, this wide, like turbine wind tunnel blowing fans, one in each corner. And it was literally, and they were like oscillating. It was like moving the air back and forth. And like every 30 seconds, it was like, as it went past me. And I was literally in the middle of the room. Like I couldn't get any further away from the two of them. It was crazy. A couple people came in and they were like, what the heck is going on here? I'm sure it was great for the workers who were running around like chickens with their heads chopped, making coffees for everybody. But for the people sitting in the restaurant, it was rough.
Next time we go out to Patriotic, we gotta go to Playable because there's one right out there.
Oh, good to know. Good to know, y'all. Isn't this cute? What do y'all think?
It's like 10 minutes further.
Do you think it needs anything? I think it's good. I thought about doing a little antique wax on it, but I don't even think it needs it. I kind of like that the flag is a little bit brighter and stands out a little bit above everything else. And I know it looks backwards to you guys. I promise you in real life, I will take a photo and post a photo over on Facebook. I promise you.
Are those wooden spools?
These are little wooden spools that look like this. I got them in Hobby Lobby. You can get a whole bag of them. I think there's like 20 in a bag. I think I'm missing one. I think there was like 20 in a bag. So you're going to use most of a bag if you're going to do a flag like this. I mean, you could probably do like 3 by 3 and it would look like that. So you could do a smaller version and just do like the 2 blue and then the 3 stripes. If you wanted to do like a smaller version and get more out of a package, you could totally do that. But I think it's cute. I think I like it just the way it is, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you think it's good? Do you think it needs anything? And let me know. Jen says cute flag craft. Bobby says very cute. Crystal says adorable. Wendy says looks cute. Miss Dorothy says, looks awesome. Christy, love it. Thank you. Miss Angie, thank you for sprinkling. Miss Cindy says, love it. Kelly says, love it. Miss Janice is very cute. Love Patriotic Crafts. Patriotic Crafts are one of my favorites. It's like...
I think Hobby Lobby currently has them 40% off.
There you go. 40% off. Grab them while you can. 40% off. Oh, I'm glad you found us. I'm glad you found us, Miss Lisa. I'm glad you found us. Miss Casey, Jilly says pretty. Joanne says doesn't need a thing else. Patty says adorable. It's Angie sent a bunch of hearts. Miss Colleen says love it. Miss Loretta says very cute. Always do a great job. Thank you, Miss Loretta. Miss Chris McKinney says, adorable. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to call it good and say it's done. And I think it's cute. I like it. You could always, if you don't have a back like this, you could probably take like a piece of cardboard and cut it in a square and like peel off one layer so you got like the fun little ripples. And I think that would make a really cute rustic background for this as well. We are still live. We're about to not be, but we are still live. I was with Elvis last night, y'all. Elvis was so fun. It was so fun. Our community does music in the park in the summer, and they reached out and asked us if we wanted to sponsor a week, and we said sure, and we chose the Elvis week. And I chose the Elvis week because Elvis is like my mom's favorite. I knew my mom would love it and enjoy it. And y'all, she loved it. She knew the words to every song. Her knees were bopping, her toes were tapping, she's clapping, she's swaying in her chair. She's singing word for word every single song. She had an amazing time. So that was the best part of it. But we had a ton of fun.
Loved it when his belt kept falling off.
Oh yeah, his little belt buckle kept coming undone, and she's like, woo! It was funny. It was funny. And he was trying to adjust in the video I posted. You kind of caught the tail end of him, like you caught him like adjusting the microphone, and he went to grab he got paper towel to fix the microphone. And because he's like, it's sweaty, it's my sweat, I can't, he couldn't get the grip to loosen it to adjust it. And he grabbed like a paper towel, and all I could think was, you could probably sell that for a lot of money. Because I know the real Elvis, they were like, ooh, we'll buy you. Like, people are like, ooh. But weird. I know it's weird and it's gross, but some people would be like, ooh, a napkin with his sweat on it. Ooh, it was Elvis. People wanted anything they could have part of him. But yeah, they had a good time. They had a really, really good time. My dad went to an Elvis concert when he was a teenager, and him and his buddy were so annoyed because they're at this concert and they were there to hear Elvis sing. They loved Elvis just like everybody else did. My dad loves music of all kinds, and music feeds his soul. And he just wanted to hear Elvis sing in person, and they were there, and there were so many people, and there were a ton of people in front of them, and they could see him up on the stage. They could not hear a single word that he sang that entire night. He said it was just the crowd. The girls were just screeching and screaming and so loud that literally they didn't hear a single word that came out of the man's mouth because there was so much screaming in the arena. And I was like, all that money those people paid to go, and nobody heard him sing. I mean, he could have had a terrible night and nobody would have known because they were all screaming. It's quite amazing. The fandom that he had. It was crazy.
I should have invited McKenna. She loves Elvis. She visited his house. She's got a bunch of
we went to
Elvis,
Graceland. Oh, she would have loved that for sure. All right, guys, we're going to hop off here. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you, Elena, for being here and being in the comments for us today. If you guys didn't notice, Elena's working here this summer. So she's picking up some hours this summer, doing some work here, and she's been doing a great job. So you're going to be seeing more of her around here this summer. So we love you guys, and we will... we lost one of my teenage heartthrobs this week, Bobby Sherman. Aww. I know, we're all getting older, aren't we? It's no fun losing people and people getting older and all right,
let's not talk about that.
I know. But last night we had, speaking of, we had Kenny Rogers there last night. We had Toby Keith there last night. We had Elvis there last night. Who knew? They're all just hanging out in Algonac, Michigan, right? All the impersonators were there last night. That was pretty funny. Only one was actually performing. The other two just came to hang out.
The only person
this is the place to hang.
That I saw last night.
Who?
Mr. Jeff.
Oh, from the school?
Yeah.
Custodian? Oh, that's cool.
I love Mr. Jeff. He's great.
He's cool. All right, guys. We're going to hop off here. I love you guys. Have a great weekend. Be safe. VIP group. We will see you tomorrow night in the VIP group for VIP craft kit. So we'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. All right? We're not here. Over in the private group, okay? Bye, guys. Love ya.
Bye.